Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another story time video for you guys. Oh god, it's hot. So I apologise if any time throughout the video my hair or my makeup fucks up at all, because girl, it's like the Arizona in here. Today I have a story time video for you guys, and this video is going to be a hair salon weird scary story. This isn't actually a hair salon issue that I've had with my personal hair, like someone fucked my hair up, but this is like a weird story and crazy hair salon story about something that happened at the hair salon, and literally I'm filming this the very next day after I've just been, so it's fresh in my mind. Okay, so I went to the hair salon recently to get my hair done, and I don't have like one set hair salon that I go to. I just pretty much ring up a bunch and whoever can fit me in, I go there. So I ended up going to book in for this place that I'd never been to before, and I found them on Facebook. And I'm kind of like hesitant to go to hair salons that I've never been to before, because I don't know how they do their stuff, and like I don't know if they're going to like do my hair good or what. I'm just letting you guys like know kind of the gist of how my day started off. So my hair appointment was at 9:30, and I was like, I don't actually know like where the hair salon is, but I live in a pretty small place, so I wasn't like going to get my GPS out. But I had this idea that the hair salon was an at-home hair salon for some reason, like it wasn't like an actual salon, it was someone's house salon. So there was a place over the other side of town, which is where this hair salon was, that I thought that's where it was. Like I'd seen it before and I was like, oh, I think that's where I have to go. So I ended up driving there, and when I got there, the name of the hair salon was different to the one that I'd booked in for. And you would think like any normal person who was smart would just be like, oh, that's not my hair salon, like I'm going to leave. So anyways, I walked in and I was like, oh, hi, I have an appointment for 9:30. And this old lady was like, no, you don't. And I like legit hate people who think they're like better than other people when they're in like the beauty industry, and they're all like, my god, like I'm so good as a hairdresser, like shut the fuck up, you're not Obama. I was like, bitch, don't tell me what to do. But I was like, no, I actually don't think I do have it. I think I'm in the wrong place. And I was like, oh, this is the place that I'm looking for, and I like told her the name, and she didn't even like help me and say like, oh, I think that's over here, or like I don't know where that is. She was just like, no. And I was like, okay, bye, Felicia. Like, I'm leaving now, you crazy bitch. I walked out, got into my car, rang the hair salon, and they were like, oh, this is where we are. I was already 20 minutes late. I was meant to be there at 9:30. It was a really early appointment, but I was already 20 minutes late. So I ended up getting there, went into the hair salon, sat down while the girl got ready. And there was only one girl. I think there's only two people that work there, but there was only one girl there. And I think she was like part owner. So anyways, she's sitting there, and she, you know how like hairdressers and just like sometimes people in the beauty industry in general like to gossip. Like I honestly, like I don't do that when I'm at work, but you know how some people like to gossip, and I don't really care, like it's fine. But she started talking to me about how there was a domestic, which is like a fight normally between two like people that are in a relationship, I think. Is that, or is it just all fights in general? I don't know. But anyway, she started saying there was this domestic at the back of the hair salon, and the hair salon was on like a street, but then there was like a back parking area where she parked and other clients could park and all that sort of stuff, and there was like apartments and like blocks of units around. So it was sort of like the back of all the shops sort of thing. So there was only like a door between her salon and this car park. And she was talking to me about how there was this couple and they were having like a huge argument, and they had been there since 8:30, so for like an hour. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird, you know, whatever, thinking that it must be like over. So anyways, I've sat in the chair getting my hair done, and then all of a sudden I just hear this like sobbing and this crying. And I look out the door, because she had closed the door, she told me, because she didn't want to like hear the people having an argument, but then she'd opened it because it was too hot to leave it closed. She'd opened the door, and I could hear this like sobbing and crying, and I literally look out the door, and there's this like woman, and she's just sitting there walking around the car park just crying her eyes out. She's like on the phone, and obviously she'd had like some sort of argument with her boyfriend. I don't know what about, but the hairdresser was like, oh, I think she mentioned something about money, and I was like, okay, like, you know, whatever, like none of our business. The hairdresser was like to me, oh, you know, before you got here they were arguing as well, and the guy was like down arguing with her, and then he like went up to his apartment to get away from her. So he was like, I guess, up in like this unit block or whatever, and she was still down in the car park. So anyway, a couple of hours later, I'm sitting there getting my hair done. I legit, no, kid you not, like, because I had black hair, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's now like a lighter brown. I legit was at the hair salon from 9:30 to 4. Like, it took that long to get the black out of my hair. Fuck my hair, like, I just want to kill it. So, I'm sitting there getting my hair done. This is probably 2 hours later, so maybe like 11:30-ish or so. This lady who's out in the car park goes and grabs a crowbar out of her car, which I guess is parked. I didn't see where her car was parked. But goes and grabs a crowbar out of her car and starts walking around the car park around this dude's car with a crowbar. And I'm just sort of like, can we like shut the door? Like, I don't want to get killed right now. Like, can you at least kill me when you've done my roots? Because I don't want to like have some sort of domestic issue that, you know, and she sees that we're like staring at her and she comes in and starts like hitting us with a crowbar, and I've got like a cape on and bleach on my hair. Like, I don't want to have to do like a police report when I've got these roots. So can you at least just do my roots and then you can like go and like watch her? Because I just get scared about those sorts of things. Like, if someone's having an argument, like, I don't want to be making out as though like I'm actually there like watching them, because then people get like funny about that. She's like literally like out the door like, oh my god, like looking out like this, and I'm like, bitch, like come fucking sit down, do my hair. Like, at about 12 o'clock, so she'd been there from like 8:30 to 12, like no joke, just walking around crying, sobbing on the phone with a crowbar. At 12 o'clock, we just hear, I didn't see this part, but the other lady that works at the hair salon saw this part. This guy, who is obviously her boyfriend, who's been hiding up in his apartment the entire time, literally like bolts down from his apartment to get into his car before she sees him, because she's still like walking around with a crowbar, and I guess she must have turned her back. He bolts down from his thing into his car, and I'm just like sitting there like actually freaking out, like what the hell is going on? I can't run anywhere if something gets like, you know, real, you know, if shit gets real, like I'm stuck here with a cape. So with my hair like up in like one of those heat things. So this guy gets in his car and he's literally like starting his car and it won't work, and then he's like trying to get out, and all I hear is this banging, 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 banging. And they weren't even saying anything, like they weren't even like arguing or yelling at each other. She was literally, it was just like a banging sound, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And everyone's like standing at the door watching. I'm like, if she gets like annoyed and starts to like shoot us all, like I'm suing every one of you because it's your fault. And he literally like drives his car out, and she's sitting there smashing at his car with a crowbar. And then I don't think she realized this was what was going to happen, but she literally smashed his entire back window, and there was glass everywhere. And then she was like, ha ha, and like runs off, and I'm just like, where do I live? And then the guy like obviously drives off, and then she follows him, and that was basically the end of that. It was literally like a stakeout, literally for like hours upon hours upon hours, that I was witnessing the entire time I was at the hair salon. And I just couldn't believe, like, it wasn't even like Friday at like 1 a.m. in the morning, like it was like a Monday at 9:30. Like, get your shit together. That was basically my hair salon horror story, which didn't have anything to do with my hair, but more crazy than just like having a hair accident. Like, there was a friggin' bitch with a crowbar, you know, like, let's be real. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know if you've had any weird salon hair crazy stories, even if it's to do with your actual hair. But legit, I could not believe it was just happening like just there for like literal hours, and I can't believe she hit his car with a crowbar. I was like, oh my god, what did he do? Like, imagine if he literally just didn't get her like McDonald's breakfast or something, and she was really pissed about it. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye! Can you imagine if when I'm filming my thumbnail, people are watching me, like they're just literally watching me sit there go, hey crazy girl, I will hit you with my crowbar. You best believe.